Well, guys, well, Mr. Downtown Melo, you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Monday, May 10th, 2021, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Everyone had a great Mother's Day weekend. Scarlett Johansson urged the film industry on Saturday to step back from the Hollywood Foreign Press Association as criticism of the OPEC film industry group, which controls the influential Golden Globe Awards, continues to mount for sexism and racism. In a carefully worded statement, the Avengers star said that the HFPA is an organization that was legitimized by the likes of Harvey Weinstein to amass momentum for Academy recognition. Johansson said, as an actor promoting a film, participating in the organization's press conferences and award shows, has often meant facing sexist questions and remarks by certain Hollywood Foreign Press Association members that border on sexual harassment. She added, unless there is necessary fundamental reform within the organization, I believe it is time that we take a step back from the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. The actor's stance follows a letter from the Netflix CEO, Ted Sarandos, on Friday to the organization stating that the streaming giant will not participate with the Globes unless the group pledges to reform itself. That was followed by the Amazon Studios chief, Jennifer Salk, who said in a statement that Amazon had, quote, not been working with the Hollywood Foreign Press Association since these issues were first raised. And like the rest of the industry, we are awaiting a sincere and significant resolution before moving forward. A day earlier, about 75 of the insular Hollywood Foreign Press Association's 86 members voted for an inclusion and overhaul proposal put forward by the group's board. In February, it was revealed that the group had no black members. In March, a former Hollywood Foreign Press Association president was found to have referred to Black Lives Matter as a racist hate movement, and its co-founder, Patrice Cullors, as a self-proclaimed trained Marxist. In his letter, Sarandos says he has hoped the organization, quote, would acknowledge the breadth of issues facing the HFPA, but did not believe these proposed new policies would tackle the HFPA's systematic diversity and inclusion challenges. As a result, he says Netflix was, quote, stopping any activities with your organization until more meaningful changes are made. Netflix carried considerable weight at the Golden Globes with 42 nominations this year and 6 wins, including The Crown, The Queen's Gambit, and Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Separately, nearly 100 PR films represented the film industry and said that they would continue to refrain from any Hollywood Foreign Press Association sanctioned events, including press conferences, unless and until these issues are illuminated in details with a firm commitment to a timeline. The Hollywood Foreign Press Association for years has acted as a forerunner to the Academy Awards and in some ways used for industry promotion and politicking for the later ceremony. But a devastating Los Angeles Times expose earlier this year portrayed the Hollywood Foreign Press Association as a pseudo-slush fund for semi-retired foreign credential and often obscured film industry reporters and critics. This weekend's episode of Saturday Night Live returned from its hiatus with the most controversial episode since Donald Trump hosted back in 2015. Fitting's Saturday show's host may be the only person on the planet whose ego is a match for the former president, Tesla CEO and world's second richest man, Elon Musk. If Musk isn't quite as divisive a figure as Trump, he is not too far off thanks to his endless PR stunts, pseudoscience pontification, and right-leaning politics, to say nothing of his massive hoarding of wealth. As a result, the lead up to Saturday's episode earned SNL a fair amount of heat, including some of its own cast members, although the show had a long track record of ceding to the rich and powerful. One need only look at how many politicians have hosted or made guest appearances, including the aforementioned Trump on 2 separate occasions, as well as fellow egomaniacal business types like George Steinbrenner and Steve Forbes. Musk is different, though, in that he fancies himself as a showman and funny guy, Although, as anyone who has caught his appearances on The Simpsons, South Park, or Rick and Morty, or who's familiar with his online trolling, can attest he greatly overestimates his talent for comedy. On to the episode itself, musical guest Miley Cyrus kicked things off with the Mother's Day tribute song, pausing to introduce the cast alongside their real mothers, each of whom gets to deliver a quick joke. Nice gesture. Two sporting events last week, the Kentucky Derby and the first round of the NFL Draft, pulled in more television viewers than the Oscars, something inconceivable only a few years ago. The Nielsen Company said 14.5 million people watched Medina Spirit win the Derby on Saturday and all the surrounding hoopla of the event on NBC. The draft's opening, televised on ABC, ESPN, and the NFL Network, reached 12.6 million people combined. Less than 2 weeks earlier, the Academy Awards, once one of the most watched events of the year, barely topped 10 million viewers. NBC couldn't resist tweeting out over the weekend that the Derby was watched by more people than any entertainment award show this cycle. The event also added to the legend of NBC statistics maven Steve Kornacki, the only one on the network to correctly predict the winner. The Derby's audience beat last year's event, seen only by 9 million people, because it was held in September because of the pandemic. It was down 12% from the 2019 race. Draft coverage was down 19% from 2020, although that event attracted a sports-starved audience in the second month of the pandemic. But in an era when most TV events struggle to reach an audience, this year's opening round was the second most watched open of the draft ever. Aubrey Plaza has married her longtime boyfriend, director, and screenwriter Jeff Baena. The Parks and Recreation actor called Baena "my husband" for the first time publicly Friday in an Instagram post. Her publicist confirmed the two had married, but gave no details. Plaza and Baena have been a couple for about a decade. She has appeared in two of his films, 2014's Life After Beth and 2017's The Little Hours, and is slated to appear in his forthcoming Spin Me Round, which was the subject of her Instagram post. Plaza said alongside a photo of the couple, "So proud of my darling husband," Jeff Baena, for dreaming up another film that takes us to Italia to cause some more trouble. She also appeared in the new Showtime anthology series Cinematose, which he created. Plaza is known for playing April Lungate from 2009 to 2015 on the NBC comedy series Parks and Recreation. In addition to his films with Plaza, Baena directed the 2020 Netflix drama Horse Girl with Alison Brie, who also co-wrote Spin Me Round with Baena and will co-star with Plaza. Tawny Kitaen, the sultry red-haired actress who appeared in rock music videos during the heyday of MTV and starred opposite Tom Hanks in the 1984 comedy Bachelor Party, has died. She was 59. The Orange County Coroner's Office said she died at her home in Newport Beach on Friday. The cause of death was not immediately released. Her daughters Winter and Rain confirmed their mother's death on Kitaen's Instagram account. Their statement said, "We just want to say thank you for all of you, her fans and her friends, for always showing her such love and support. You gave her life every day." Kitaen became the rock world's video vixen after appearing on the cover of two albums from the heavy metal band Rat and starring in several music videos for Whitesnake, including the 1987 smash song Here I Go Again. The video played repeatedly on the burgeoning music television network, featuring Kitaen performing cartwheels on the hood of a Jaguar. She also starred as the fiancée of Tom Hanks' character in the comedy Bachelor Party and as Jerry Seinfeld's girlfriend in a 1991 episode of Seinfeld. TV credits include a stint as a co-host of America's Funniest People and on the reality shows The Surreal Life and Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew, in which she reveals her struggle with substance abuse. Kitaen had a tumultuous personal life, which included a brief marriage with Whitesnake's lead singer Dave Coverdale and a rocky marriage to baseball pitcher Chuck Finley, with whom she had two daughters. Coverdale tweeted on Saturday, "My sincere condolences to her children, her family, friends, and fans." Kitaen was 58. Lloyd Price, the singer of Stagger Lee, known as Mr. Personality, has died, his wife Jackie confirmed. The Rock and Roll Hall of Famer died on May 3rd from diabetes. He was 88. She said in a statement given to Billboard, "I am so touched by the outpouring of love and tribute for the passing of my husband, Lloyd Price, who passed away peacefully on May 3rd, 2021 at Schaefer Extended Care in Westchester County, New York. Lloyd's music crossed boundaries and carried him to all corners of the world. He got the nickname Mr. Personality because of his big hit, but he also garnered that name because he was the charismatic, generous, smart, funny, talented, very kind-hearted, with a very kind heart. I'm so grateful for everyone who loved his music and have precious memories of his many songs. From the deepest part of me, thank you. Love to all." Price was born in New Orleans in 1933 and rose to fame with his 1952 single Lottie Miss Claudie, which featured Fats Domino playing piano. The song went on to be covered by numerous stars, including Paul McCartney, Joe Cocker, Elvis Presley, the Hollies, and others. He enjoyed a handful of further hits on the U.S. R&B charts before being drafted to serve in the U.S. Army in Korea in 1954. After he returned, he scored another smash hit with his 1958 single, Stagger Lee, which would go on to become his biggest success, and the 1959 release Personality, which would spark his nickname Mr. Personality. Price also starred on several record labels over his career, including KRC, Double L Records, LPG Records, and Turntables. The latter also provided the name for his club in New York City. Outside of music, he owned several businesses, including a Lottie Miss Claudie food line and 2 construction companies. He also helped build boxing promoter Don King promote fights, including the famous Rumble in the Jungle event between Muhammad Ali and George Foreman. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1998 and was a member of the Louisiana Music Hall of Fame and the National Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame. He's survived by his wife Jackie, his 3 daughters Lori, Joanna, and December, 2 sons Lloyd Jr. and Paris, and a sister Rose. The Global Citizens fundraising concert advocating the importance of vaccine equity has pulled in $302 million, exceeding the goal for the organization's campaign. Global Citizen announced Saturday that the funds help procure more than 26 million doses at the Vax Live, the concert to reunite the world. The organization said money was garnered through several philanthropic and corporate commitments. President Joe Biden, Prince Harry, and Jennifer Lopez were among the big names that took part in the event, which was recorded May 2nd and aired Saturday. ABC, ABC News Live, CBS, YouTube, and iHeartMedia radio stations will broadcast the concert staged at the Sophie Theater in Inglewood, California. Selena Gomez hosted the show, which was attended by several thousand fully vaccinated concertgoers who cheered on by performances by Eddie Vedder, the Foo Fighters, J Balvin, Hurd, and Lopez, who enjoyed a duo with her mom. Ben Affleck, Chrissy Teigen, Jimmy Kimmel, Sean Penn, and David Letterman served as special guest speakers. Vax Live was one of the largest concert gatherings in Southern California since the coronavirus pandemic rolled the world more than a year ago. Organizers called the event the country's first large-scale music event for a COVID-19 complaint audience. Media and production staff needed to show a negative COVID-19 test before entering the stadium. And finally, Jason Statham's Wrath of Man is the #1 movie in the weekend box office, earning $2.1 million. Coming in at #2 is Demon Slayer's Mugen Train with $942,500. #3, Raya and the Last Dragon with $670,000. Mortal Kombat #4 with $660,000. Godzilla vs. Kong #5 with $560,000. Rounding out the top tier is Separation #6 with $310,000. Here Today with $277,000 at #7. #8, Nobody with $210,000. #9, The Unholy with $195,000. And Tom and Jerry at #10 with $140,000. And that is your entertainment report for Monday, May 10th, 2021. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.